Morning Kestrels, this is our second video from being in isolation. So this video you can do in your back garden with very limited space. Just a few things we'll need that everybody should have: football, 4 random objects, and a bin or a bucket or tub of some sort of receptacle that your football will fit in. We're going to start off with a warm-up. So we're going to do some things called hip circles. So we're going to start off, start on with doing our right leg, so we can stand on our left, up in front, take it out to the side, twist it as if we're stepping over an object, back and round. That's 1. Stay on one leg. 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to switch legs. Left leg now, standing on our right. Up, out to the side. Twist it out, back and round. So you're trying to get the movement all throughout your hip. Trying to get that full range of motion through your hip. So you're going up, out, twisting it back, and bringing it back around. That's 4. Last one, back, round, 5. Okay, just try and loosen your hips up. So now we're just going to do some jogging forwards and backwards. So 5 paces backwards, 5 paces forwards. Start off. 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're doing this 5 times. That's 2. 3. 4. 5. Now we're going to do something similar, side to side. We're just going to take a couple of paces to our left. 1, 2, touch the floor. 1, 2, touch the floor. 1, 2, touch the floor. 2, touch the floor. So side steps, and then reaching down and touching the floor. I've lost count. I think that's about 3, about 4. And 5. Okay, so we're going to run through that again. Oh no, we're not. So we're going to do some lateral jumps. So I need to go back to your 5 paces. And what you're going to do is you're going to stand with feet together. You're going to jump forward as far as you can 5 times. Back, feet together, big explosive jump forwards. 1. Back, big explosive jump. 2. 3, 4, 5. So back to the running backwards and forwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So let's see if we can do this all together again. Start on the floor. 1, 2 side steps. 1, 2. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think I miscounted there. I think I started counting each side. So 5 each way, 10 in total. So then back to the jumps. So give yourself some room, feet together, and down, big explosive jump. 1. Try and land softly as well. So bend your knees when you land. Try and land like elephants. Last one. And that's 5. So next we're going to move on a bit of balancing before we start our ball work. So you need your ball though. So football, you're going to do, you're going to place the football on the ground by one of your feet. going to do is you're going to balance on the opposite leg, and you're going to bend at the waist and touch the ball. 1. And you're going to do 5 of them without touching the floor. 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm going to switch legs, so I'll do it from the side so you can see I'm bending at my waist. So this time balancing on my right, so using my left hand, head down, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So try not to put your foot down in between each movement, each rep, so you're doing 5 without putting your foot down. So try and get that balance before you start. I want you to do that twice through. Right, so on to our dribbling. So first of all, we're going to start off by doing some taps from side to side using our insides. So we're going to do some insides, 10 reps, just tapping from right left to left leg. And then we're going to use our soles right to left as well. We're going to do 10 of each of them, but 3 times through. And you can do this all in one go. So, football, I want you to try and stay on your toes while you're doing this. So you're going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And soles, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Straight in, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. Inside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. Okay, literally, that should take you, what, 30 seconds I think it probably took, maybe a little bit longer. You can go slower or faster, depending on your ability. Take a minute break, repeat that 3 times, the whole thing 3 times. Yep, so I'll put a description of the workout after the video. So now we need your 4 random objects. I've got Jackson's spades and rakes, something fairly small so you don't trip over them. So you're going to space these out half a step between each one. You've got 1, so what I'll do is I'll do a full step, and another full step, and then I'll just, oh, sorry, I've done that wrong. Full step, 1 in the middle, and a full step from the middle one. So that's put right there. Okay, so just half a step, so they should be spaced out fairly close together. And what you're going to do, we're going to use our insides to dribble around. So you might have a bigger garden than me, so if you want to have more objects and extend it, then you can, but the less objects, the harder it'll actually be because you're having to turn around. So you're going to dribble round the objects, around 20 objects with your insides. So I've got 4 objects, so that means I've got to go around 5 times. Yeah, so if you had 10 objects, you'd only have to do it twice. So we're going to start off just using our insides. But just notice what I do. I'm gonna run in a straight line, but not the ball from side to side. So 1 touch per object. You're going to start off here, through the middle, through the middle, through the middle, and then round. Through the middle, through the middle, through the middle, and round. So you can get faster and faster if you need. You can. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Again, start at the side, left, right, turn. Then you're going to turn and back round. So you're going round, so I would have to go around that 5 times, around 20 objects. Then you're going to move on to your soles, going forwards. So the same thing. A bit like with our sole taps, but we're actually moving the ball now. So right, left, yeah. So again, right. Oh, obviously I need to practice this one. Not sure I'm still in shock. So we're going to go right, left. So just so we can see, your foot on top, roll it across, and then the other one will go straight away. So like that, but moving in a line. Again, around 20 objects, so around 5 times, around 9. And you're going to move on to backwards. Okay, we're not going around the objects this time. You're going to go, sorry, in between. You're going to go around it. So you're just going to pull it right back, around. So you're almost just going in a circle. Yeah. So again, this time you're going to go around 20 objects. So again, 5 times. But then I want you to change direction. Okay, so I went back and turned around to my left. I want you to go back and turn around to your right and do that 20 times as well. So once you've done that, I want you to repeat that whole drill 3 times. Okay, so inside, again, going straight. You're running straight through the objects, the ball's moving across through the gaps. Space the gaps accordingly. Try and have them fairly close, and try and just have one touch to move it from one side to the other. I mean, one thing we talked about last week on the passing, and I forgot to say how important the passing is. And so if you can keep practicing that passing and doing that drill, then you'll only get better. So the next part of this drill, we're going to do a bit of fun. It's a bit of fun. If you're doing this with someone, it can be a competition. So you're going to try and scoop the ball into a bucket or a tub. So I've got quite a big tub, quite a big target. Hopefully I won't miss too many times. You're going to place it, start with 1 step back. You've got to get it in with your right foot and your left foot before you then take another step backwards. So we place the bucket here, 1 step back. What we're going to do, we're going to scoop our foot underneath and lift the ball. So I missed. So I was a bit hard. So again, 1 step backwards, right foot. But still got to do my left before I can take 2 steps back. Rubbish. Okay, let's try again. Too hard. So you're scooping underneath, up, and hopefully the ball go up and down and into the bucket. I think that was 4 attempts or 5. So then you're going to go 1, 2, and then you're going to try from 2 steps. Half one go with my right. Too hard. So I want you to play that for 5 minutes and see how far back you can get, but make sure you only move us another step back if you've got it in with both your right and your left. And so if you've got time and you are practicing with someone, set up 2 goals. They don't have to be far apart, and try and do 1-to-1, 1v1. A lot of the time I tell you not to shoot from, when you're playing a game like this, not to shoot until they're ready, but just try and keep scoring. If you can catch them out, then that's their fault for not being ready. So you need to be aware at all times to be ready. So you could set up 2 goals. They don't even have to be 5 yards apart, even 4 yards will work. If you haven't got anyone to play with, practice your kick-ups for another 5 minutes. We'll run through that again, what we did last week. So remember, we were dropping the ball and catching 1, 2, 3, and we wanted to do 10 with our right. 1, 2, 3, 10 with our left before we started to move on to try and do 2. Yeah. Okay, and then 3 and 4, and then try and start juggling. If you don't get to 10, have a go at juggling anyway. It's just trial and error, but just make sure you're trying to control the ball, okay, and you're kicking the ball straight up, and we're not. And what I was saying last week was not putting spin on it like that. So try not to curl your toes up too much, because that's what puts the spin on the ball. So you're going up. I don't know if sideways might be better. You can see the ball spinning, and that's where I'm using my toes. Okay, what we want is less spin and the ball going up, straight up, more or less. Okay, it's going up without putting all that back spin on. Hopefully the whole video made sense. Like I say, I'll have a written description sent as well, so you can follow that. I know Sam didn't enjoy watching my video multiple times. I hope you're all well, and I'm thinking next week we could maybe do a live session through Zoom, so I'll send details about that out this week. Okay, take care, enjoy.